Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. Hope you're doing well. It's bloody freezing. I just got up. I should really put the heating on before I go to bed. You know what I mean? But no. Anyway, I thought I'd do a video before I get ready for work because I wanted to alert you, if you like, to one of the best four-rounders you're likely to ever see. Now, we know that Australian boxing at the moment is flying because we've got Kambosos, the victory over Teofimo Lopez, put him right in the foreground of the lightweight division. He leads the way. In the women's game, we've got Ebony Bridges, won a world title recently. You've got up-and-comers like Sky Nicholson, who looks like a shoo-in to win a world title, but of course you never know. She's got to go out there and do it. But at the weekend, there was a women's four-rounder between SHANELL DARGAN and ASHLEIGH SIMS. Two ladies making their debuts. And what an extraordinary fight it was. I mean, where to begin with this one? Like I say, they were both making their debut. 4 2-minute rounds. No one really knew what to expect. But from the opening bell, I mean, literally the first 5 seconds, they were throwing hellacious bombs at each other. And just exchanging. I mean, this was Hagler Heans round 1, you know, for 4 rounds, for 4 2-minute rounds. Certainly in the first round, when they were fresh, it was unbelievable to see. Dargan, Sims came out and landed the first blow, which shook Dargan. That was that was about 3 or 4 seconds into the round. But then Dargan replied, and then some, with some really vicious volleys and shook Sims. Actually, she rocked her badly because Sims, her legs sort of splayed. She's a taller girl, but suddenly she was Bambi on ice. And Dargan tore after her, and Sims came back, you know, recovered her footing, recovered her balance, and she was firing bombs too. So definitely the first round I thought went to Dargan though. Second round, more of the same. There's nothing technical. There's no real finesse there. I suppose Sims had probably the better technique slightly. Yeah, I'd say thinking back, she probably did look like she had better technique, a better sort of shape. And not that Dargan looked particularly bad. In fact, she landed a couple of rather crafty check left hooks towards the end of the fight. But it was noticeable at the end or towards the end of the second round, don't forget these only 2-minute rounds, that Dargan was already looking a little bit weary, a little bit huffing and puffing. Not that I can blame her, the amount of punches she was throwing. But I did give the second round to Dargan, so she's 2-0 up in a 4-round fight. ASHLEIGH SIMS comes back. I gave her the third round, again, non-stop action, just relentless. And in the fourth round, I thought, even though Sims landed more punches, Dargan landed some very crafty, probably harder punches. Like I said, she landed a couple of pretty good hooks. I think it was a check left hook, but nevertheless, I gave the first 2 rounds to Dargan, to SHANELL DARGAN. The second 2 rounds to ASHLEIGH SIMS. I made it a 38-38 draw. And one of the judges had it 39-37 for Dargan. The other 2 had it 38-38. It was a majority draw. Now, there's got to be a rematch. There's got to be a rematch over 6 rounds. Because if ever there was unfinished business, it's this. Again, both these girls making their debut. Amazing 4-rounder. Wildly entertaining. If you're still sceptical of women's boxing, you know, watch this. And I think it might change your mind. Because it was just a marvellous entertainment, brilliant entertainment. Can either of these girls box? I suspect they probably can. I suspect they're a couple of half-decent boxers with some talent, but you won't see a lot of it on display here because, like I say, this was just a slugfest, an absolute slugfest. Dargan had blood coming from her mouth. Sims had some abrasions around the eyes, very light ones. But if this had been a 6-round or even an 8-round, oh my God, yeah, they've got to do it again. And after the fight, before the announcement of the result, the MC said that the promoter had decided to give both girls a $5,000 bonus. Deservedly so. It was that type of fight. I mean, a standing ovation fight for both girls. And in a sense, I'm glad that it was. Not only did I think it was a draw, but I wanted it to be a draw anyway because there were no losers in this fight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the link to this fight, because most of you, I'm guessing, haven't seen it. I'll put it in the box, in the descriptions box. Have a look at it, enjoy it. Brilliant fight. And yeah, women's boxing is on the up. Women's boxing is evolving. One of the reasons I really like following women's boxing is because I remember when there was no women's boxing. I'm old enough to remember when it just didn't exist. So it's very interesting from an evolutionary point of view, if you like, or a sociological point of view, to see how it becomes more accepted and it grows and so on and so forth. But in terms of raw energy, raw verve, raw passion, raw entertainment, this is a fight to watch. So go to the descriptions box, have a look and tell me what you think. And yeah, as always, thanks for your time. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, please do. It only takes a second to hit that button, subscribe. Like the video if you liked it, and enjoy the fight. And I'll speak again soon. Bye for now.